Matt Letterly with Let Outside. Thanks for joining me today. We're going for another dirt bike ride. This time we're going to be riding through a forest in an area known as Rampart Range, which is just southwest of Denver, Colorado by about an hour's drive. It's a beautiful area. There are a lot of trails here, a lot of well-maintained trails and well-marked trails, everything from beginner to expert. And it's a very popular area. A lot of riders down here. I'm riding it on a weekday simply because there's a lot of blind corners on these trails with the summertime growth and all the trees. You really got to take it easy and slow down when you're coming around those blind corners to reduce certainly the risk of an accident with another rider or wildlife. I've come across a lot of those critters on these trails. We'll talk more about that. And I noticed there's some smoke off to the southwest of me, and I don't know if that's a forest fire or what that is, but we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see you on the trail. I'm not nearly as confident on a dirt bike as I am on a snow bike, so I'm starting off on some easier quad track trails to warm up and then make my way to some more challenging single track. For me, dirt biking is intimidating mainly because I crash more, and it seems like 50% of the time it generally hurts. For whatever reason, I can't seem to improve to a level of skill that I'm satisfied with. But there are a lot of things that I'll never be great at, and I'm fine with that as long as I have fun and enjoy the activity, which I do. So dirt biking is another of the fun challenges that I appreciate. I could take lessons and get better faster, which I'll probably do in the coming months. Smell the smoke from that fire now. Well, I had to change direction because the smoke from the fire that I saw earlier today, it was blowing directly in my path, so I turned around. That was no bueno. These trails are super flowy and are primarily crushed granite and dirt sections that keep me on my toes because the granite is super slidey when it's dry. The best time to ride here is after a rainstorm because the moisture helps the tires hook up a lot better on that weird material. And it's not rocky riding like Moab. though there is a good amount of single track expert trails that have a mix of rocky terrain and pretty much everything else. It's another hot ride today, but thank goodness for all the shade of these big pine trees. That forest fire turned out to be a prescribed burn, so thankfully only a few of the brave men and women who battle big blazes have to engage on this one. But the smoke prevented me from getting to the single track, which is more fun, so I'll film that on a different day. Hi, Matt Letterly with Let Outside. If you're enjoying this video or any of the other cool activities on the Let Outside YouTube channel, please click those like and subscribe buttons below. Your clicks help YouTube producers all over the world to continue to produce awesome content for all of us to watch. Many thanks. Now let's get back to that video. I've had several close calls with wildlife on these trails over the years. I've crossed paths with some very large black bears, including one cinnamon-colored black bear that was so big I initially thought it was a grizzly bear, which, while possible, are likely not in this region. I've had countless encounters with wild turkeys. They'll run in a group in long lines down the trail ahead of me, and it's really cool to watch them. They look like velociraptors trucking through the forest when they run like that. Once I came around a corner a little hot and wound up in an elk herd that ran along with me, and several of them were no further than arm's reach at various points, and that was a really fun and cool encounter. These blind corners. Just don't know if another rider's coming along. Gotta take it slow. A lot of room on these quad tracks, but if it's a quad that's coming around the corner, you got no place to go. I'm always very careful around the animals though, and I never attempt to harass or scare them, nor do I go out of my way to get closer to them when I'm on my bike and just enjoy their company. They're cool and a great resource for mankind, and I always respect them.